I'm Hannah, and this is Laura. And we're here and we're going to plant some leeks today that Laura transplanted from Pennsylvania. Leeks are, similar to chaga, are kind of a controversial sort of plant to harvest. People have been over-harvesting them a lot, and we're trying to do our part to make sure that the species really thrives. And the reason that we're transplanting leeks is because this is an excellent food source for humans and for a lot of the animals of the forest, the deer, the rabbits. They all thrive off leeks, and it's really important to create abundance in our ecosystems around us and kind of have this more caretaker mindset, and to help us thrive and also help the wild animals and the forest and the plants thrive.
We harvested this small patch of leeks here from a forest in Pennsylvania, and the location where we found these, they were really thriving in that space. There were patches all throughout the area of the forest, and here unfortunately we don't have that same thriving population of leek. So we found them in a nice sort of shaded, moist, but not really swampy area of the woods. So we're looking for that same sort of space here, to make sure that they do well and that they thrive and hopefully spread in this area. So as Hannah mentioned about the kind of the trend lately with the wild leeks, as with a lot of other wild foods, is we want to be really respectful and really mindful as we harvest our herbal medicines and food sources, and not to over-harvest, and to make sure that we have a viable population for the animals, our furry friends, and also for ourselves in years to come. If we harvest too much, then there won't be a viable crop for next year or the year after or 10 years from then. So we like to practice, anywhere from, depending on the species and also the how well it's thriving in the space, anywhere from 10 to up to 40% of the species as well. We want to be mindful of how we're harvesting that, and that we're not damaging the root zones or trampling the surrounding areas as we harvest.
Yeah, a lot of plants you can harvest without actually killing the plant. So for leeks, instead of pulling up the leek with the roots and everything, you can just take one leaf off each little plant and really help them kind of self-prune, and it will really allow the population to be healthier if you're harvesting in a way that's helping the plant too. It's not just about picking food.
Mm-hmm. Sweet. So this, we dug this entire root ball up with the intention to not disturb the soil and the roots so much, so it would take better. But if we were harvesting, or if I was harvesting this for personal consumption, we might think of just harvesting maybe one of the 2 or 3 leaves per plant, and kind of spreading that out over an area, and not harvesting one leaf from every plant in a small region, because it's beneficial. It can be beneficial to the population and the health of the plants, by giving them a bit more growing room and allowing them to really spread their roots and get enough nutrients and sunlight, etc., to do well. So we're keeping that in mind as we plant and as we harvest any of our wild foods and medicines.
And a lot of times, keeping on in the caretaker mindset, if I work a lot with the plant, whether it be some wild food or wild medicine, a thing that I really like to do and try and make sure that I do every year is in the fall, when their seeds start coming out, is going back and making sure that I'm planting them and helping them grow, because they've given me so much, and it's kind of that returning the favor. So that's also another thing to keep in mind, and you're not necessarily instantly benefiting from that action, but you're really helping the population of the plant that you like to eat or use thrive. And that's part of the the relationship of the caretaker, is you get to have your abundance returned, and it's a beautiful cycle. So we're gonna get our hands dirty and dig a hole and plop these babies in and hope that they thrive.
Mm-hmm. So we've dug a hole, and we're just gonna nice and gently, oh, they smell so good, replace our leeks into the soil here. And so really the soil that the space in the woods that they came from is a really nice moist area. So we're hoping that this area is similar enough to that same ecosystem that they were in.
And leeks, generally like a lot of hardwood leaves as mulch, and hemlock is a good tree to be around also. But you're looking for, a really dark, deep part of the woods with quite a bit of water, but not standing water. But they do like, to be in pretty moist conditions. Yeah. You'll often find trout lilies and black cohosh, around the same sort of guild. Yummy.
Yeah. Now remember, boys and girls.
Alright, ready?
Compose yourself.
Don't take a leak, leave one.
Sun breaks streaming over the rise. Heartbreak screaming, ain't no surprise. Quit daydreaming, open your eyes at the main primitive skills school. Practice skills that allow you to roam. Make the outdoors your second home. Fires off the landscape without a knife. It's more than survival, it's a way of life. Bird language tracking, medicinal plants. Hunting in the old way, a sacred dance. Use your awareness and make your own tools at the main primitive skills school.
Okay, yeah. Don't leave a leak. Don't leave a leak. Don't take a leak.
What did we say?
No,
Don't take
a leak.
Leave one, or leave a leak, or leave one.
Don't take a leak.